Few games have attempted to capture the Wild West in its entirety, and even less have been able to do so successfully. Is the latest attempt to capture the brutal struggle for power in the Old West worth your money? You're about to find out.
Get down from that horse, boy, or I'll shoot. I wouldn't recommend that, mister.
Red Dead Redemption is the follow-up to the less-than-stellar 2004 title Red Dead Revolver, developed by Rockstar San Diego and published by Rockstar Games. The game takes place at the turn of the 20th century, a time of great turmoil where criminals roam free and citizens must be on guard at all times, physically and mentally. The player takes control of John Marston, a former criminal with a foggy past that is on a quest to redeem himself when he is forced to help bring the law to the West or his family will be murdered by rich government officials. As the game progresses, the player will realize the political undertones of rich men running the lives of the poor countrymen take root much deeper than expected. This leads to some very interesting conversations that you may find connect with many political debates today. Red Dead Redemption takes the already successful and familiar feel of Grand Theft Auto and adds a few tweaks to more appropriately fit the setting of the game. For instance, although the auto-lock shooting mechanics are still implemented, you are now able to shoot while running or riding your horse. Similarly, when riding a horse, the player must tap the X button to increase and maintain speed in order to simulate the stamina of the horse. Another tweak has been implemented in the way the game utilizes the Euphoria engine. When shooting an enemy or innocent bystander, they will react realistically not only in the physics of the bullet impact. When shot in the leg, they will attempt to limp. When shot in both legs, they will crawl, and if shot in the hand, you will disarm them. To complement the new tweaks in the physics, the game carries over the dead-eye targeting system found in Red Dead Revolver. With a simple button press, time slows and turns to a sepia tone. The player is then able to paint the targets and unleash a hail of bullets in quick succession. In similar GTA fashion, there are plenty of things to distract you from the main storyline. First are the minigames such as Texas Hold'em, Liar's Dice, and Five Finger Fillet to name a few. All of the games involve gambling and are a means to gain more money to spend on new weapons, ammo, bait, and other upgrades. There are tons of things to do, and the world is so large that you'd think that you would get tired of traveling so far, but from what I've played, you'll cherish every second you travel from one point due to the amount of people, places, and missions you'll encounter. On the way to complete a mission, you may run into an overturned wagon with bandits surrounding a man and his children. You have a choice whether to stop and help or continue on your quest, allowing the bandits to kill them and take their belongings. This allows for some very interesting and sometimes meaningful encounters that aren't even a part of the main plotline. This careful attention to detail just makes the world seem that much more alive.
No, I mean, what's your nationality? I'm Irish.
You're about as Irish as I am Scottish.
The graphics in Red Dead Redemption are great, although uneven at times. The majority of the title features the best graphics I've experienced of any open-world adventure. The sprawling landscape, rolling hills, and dazzling sunsets make for quite an impressive display, especially for a world that is twice the size of San Andreas. The weather changes at random, and a day and night cycle is implemented to vary the setting. The sound is easily the best side of the game's presentation. You'll hear gunshots in the distance alerting you to the nearby robbers, or paws shuffling in the grass signaling you to watch out for a nearby cougar. As you progress through the game, you will appreciate just how much the sound plays a key in the game, with a great soundtrack composed mostly by Bill Elm and Woody Jackson. The voice acting is great as you follow the main plotline, but as you go off and try side quests and play minigames, the voice acting becomes a bit bland and monotonous. This isn't to say it's bad, but it will distract you from the task at hand. There are also quite a few bugs in the game, but they're easily forgivable when you realize how great the majority of the game's presentation really is. The multiplayer in the game is one of the best I've experienced in a long time. Going into it, I was expecting a tacked-on multiplayer with poor implementation and the typical game modes found in today's shooters. Boy, was I wrong. Free roam is easily one of the most deep multiplayer modes available if used to its fullest potential. I'll take you through a scenario I experienced while playing a free roam with a few buddies of mine. What started out as a simple attack on a gang's fort turned out to be a tactical maneuver that, when fleshed out, became extremely profitable. Because we had 8 people in our posse, we were able to post 3 guards blocking the entrances, and 5 others were able to man the cannons and Gatling guns mounted atop the outer walls of the fort. We operated as a well-oiled machine as wave after wave of Mexican cavalrymen attacked the fort, increasing the tension with each charge. With each blast of the cannon and shot of a rifle, the satisfaction you feel knowing you have your teammates back is one that I haven't experienced from any game in recent memory. Moments like these are what make free roam great. Although there are more traditional multiplayer modes such as shootout, gang shootout, and grab the bag, free roam is by far my favorite. Although the game was delayed, Red Dead Redemption was well worth the wait. With the best presentation of any open world game in recent memory, familiar yet new game mechanics, a fast-paced meaningful story, and a very deep multiplayer, you've got a surefire Game of the Year contender and a must-buy for any gamer looking for an open world game to add to their collection.